Chapter 1, Introduction to Cell Block 7. As the camera pans over the weathered exterior of the maximum security prison, the heavy atmosphere of Cell Block 7 envelops the viewer, a place where echoes of despair intertwine with fleeting glimmers of hope. The relentless clang of cell doors slamming reverberates through the stark corridors, accompanied by muffled whispers of distant conversations, creating an unsettling harmony. Here, behind these unforgiving walls, lives a community often overlooked and unheard. This documentary invites listeners into the hearts and minds of a diverse group of inmates, each carrying the weight of their past. In this desolate environment, they've discovered an unexpected camaraderie, bonding over their stories through handwritten letters and whispered confessions. The power of vulnerability emerges as a recurring theme, reminding us that even in the darkest confines, the human spirit yearns for connection, redemption, and understanding. Join us as we delve into the voices of the forgotten, revealing the complexities of life behind bars. Chapter 2. Marcus, the Philosopher. In the dim light of Cell Block 7, Marcus reflects on the fateful night that changed the course of his life forever. Once a respected academic, he found himself serving a life sentence for a crime of passion, a moment of blind rage that shattered his world. Through his diary entries, Marcus explores the notion of freedom, contemplating its fragility behind bars. True freedom, he writes, is not merely the absence of shackles, but the presence of peace within. His philosophical musings incite deep conversations among fellow inmates, prompting them to consider morality, justice, and the weight of their decisions. As he shares insights about the human condition, the whispers of regret intertwine with glimmers of hope, forging unexpected bonds in the oppressive atmosphere. Marcus reminds his peers that while they are defined by their pasts, they also possess the power to reshape their futures through understanding and introspection. Chapter 3. The Dreamer. Lila the Dreamer sits on her cot, surrounded by the gray walls of her cell, where dreams of a vibrant future clash with the stark reality of prison life. Imprisoned for drug charges, she channels her pain and aspirations into her art. Her diary entries reflect a longing for freedom and the hope of becoming an artist. Every stroke of my pencil is a step toward reclaiming my joy, she writes, revealing her sketches as windows to a world colored by imagination. In whispered conversations with fellow inmates, Lila shares her passion for art, encouraging others to explore their creativity. Her infectious spirit inspires them to envision a life beyond bars. As ambient sounds of clanging metal and distant shouts fill the air, Lila dreams of a gallery showcasing her work, a symbol of resilience and transformation. Through her art, she weaves a vivid tapestry of hope amidst the bleakness, illustrating that even behind prison walls, dreams can flourish. Chapter 4. Frank the Veteran. Frank's story begins in a small town, filled with dreams of glory that led him to enlist in the military. As a soldier, he fought bravely on foreign shores, but the battlefield left scars deeper than any wound. Now, as an inmate, Frank grapples with PTSD, haunted by memories that replay like a relentless loop in his mind. In his diary entry, he reflects on how the violence of war morphed into a cycle of crime and self-destruction. Through his raw narration, he articulates a heartfelt letter to a fellow soldier still serving overseas, expressing his struggles with adapting to life after combat. "I thought I was protecting my country," he writes, "but now I find myself trapped in a different kind of battle." Frank's journey of seeking peace amidst chaos serves as a testament to resilience in the face of overwhelming darkness, illuminating the complex relationship between service, trauma, and redemption. Chapter 5. Sophia, the Catalyst. Sophia's voice trembles as she reflects on the fateful night that led to her incarceration, a senseless act driven by desperation and the influence of a gang that had claimed her youth. "I thought I was strong," she writes in her diary, "but I was merely a pawn in their game." Her powerful words echo her longing to reunite with her 3 children, who she has been unable to see since her arrest. Each letter she writes to them becomes a lifeline, filled with love, encouragement, and expressions of regret. "I miss their laughter," she confesses, sorrow evident in her tone. Sophia dreams of a day when she can hold them close again, teaching them the lessons she's learned the hard way. Through her narrative, she embodies resilience and the fierce love of a mother battling for redemption, leaving a profound impact on those who hear her story. Chapter 6. Eddie the Historian. Eddie, the elder statesman of Cell Block 7, carries the wisdom of years spent within these walls. His deep, resonant voice captivates fellow inmates as he recounts tales of those who once inhabited the very cells they occupy now. As he reflects on the lives and struggles of past inmates, some lost to time, others perhaps forgotten, Eddie weaves a rich tapestry of resilience and survival that paints a vivid picture of the human experience behind bars. He shares a particularly poignant story of a young inmate from decades ago, an artist whose dreams went unfulfilled, only to inspire Eddie to pick up a pen. With each narrative, he emphasizes the importance of remembering the past, urging his listeners to understand their own stories within a larger context. Eddie's presence serves as a reminder that even in this oppressive environment, the legacy of hope and perseverance endures, encouraging others to confront their own histories and aspirations. Chapter 7. The Importance of Camaraderie. In the dim light of Cell Block 7, the inmates gather for their evening reflections, the shadows of their pasts momentarily set aside. As they settle into their seats, a palpable sense of connection fills the air. Conversations weave through the room, with laughter punctuating the heavy silence, a testament to resilience amidst despair. Marcus initiates a sharing circle, inviting each inmate to recount moments of unexpected friendship formed in the most unlikely spaces. Frank shares a story of a late-night card game that turned into a heartfelt confession, revealing vulnerabilities that cemented bonds. Lila discusses how sharing sketches with fellow inmates allowed her to open up about her dreams and fears. Amidst the harsh realities of their confinement, these connections cultivate a sense of belonging, enabling the inmates to lightly carry their burdens. In this forgotten corner of the world, camaraderie becomes a lifeline, illustrating how even in darkness, light can be found through shared experiences. Chapter 8. Redemption through Understanding. In the dim light of Cell Block 7, a circle of inmates gathers, each face etched with the burden of their pasts. Marcus, known for his philosophical musings, initiates a profound discussion on forgiveness and accountability. Understanding ourselves is the first step toward redemption, he says, his voice steady, yet filled with emotion. Lila, leaning forward, shares how her art has become a pathway to self-forgiveness. Each stroke of my brush is a fight against the shame I carry, she confesses, her eyes reflecting a flicker of hope. As they engage, themes of remorse and empathy emerge, transcending their individual stories. Frank recounts a moment of vulnerability, urging everyone to confront their demons. The lines between guilt and understanding blur, fostering connections that ignite sparks of compassion. In the quiet words exchanged, a collective realization dawns. Redemption isn't solely about absolution, but about learning from each other, embracing the journey toward healing together. Chapter 9. Hope in Handwritten Letters. In the dim light of Cell Block 7, the sound of pen scratching paper becomes a symphony of connection and healing. Inmates reflect on the transformative power of letter writing as they share their innermost thoughts with family, friends, and fellow inmates. Each letter serves as a lifeline, bridging the gap between their current reality and the world outside. Lila reads a heartfelt letter to her younger sister, filled with dreams of future art exhibitions and apologies for missed milestones. "These pages hold my love," she whispers, her voice steady despite the emotions flooding her heart. Marcus highlights the importance of honesty in their correspondences, noting how writing helps them confront their pasts. As they exchange letters, an unspoken bond forms, painting a tapestry of resilience and hope. In this exchange, they find solace, understanding that even within these unforgiving walls, connection can spark the possibility of change. Chapter 10. Overcoming the Stigma of Incarceration. As the echoes of footsteps fade in the dimly lit corridors of Cell Block 7, the inmates gather for a heartfelt discussion on the stigmas that accompany their status as convicted felons. Each voice resonates with the pain of being labeled and judged by society, yet they find solace in shared experiences. Marcus leads the conversation, encouraging his fellow inmates to articulate their feelings. "We are more than our past mistakes," he asserts, igniting a dialogue about identity beyond prison walls. Leela reflects on her artistic aspirations, voicing her desire to be seen as an artist, not just a criminal. Eddie shares his own battles with self-identity, emphasizing that the journey to reclaim oneself is fraught with challenges yet essential. Together, they confront societal perceptions and strive for a future that transcends their past, illuminating a collective yearning for redemption and hope as they dream of reintegration into a world that awaits outside the prison gates. Chapter 11. The Weight of Regret. In the dimly lit confines of Cell Block 7, the air thick with unspoken burdens, the inmates gather to confront the specters of their pasts. Each voice carries the weight of choices made, lives altered by a single moment of poor judgment. Marcus, with his contemplative tone, invites the group to reflect on pivotal moments they wish they could change. Regret is a heavy chain, he muses, but it needn't define us. Lila's eyes well with tears as she shares her longing to rewrite her narrative, to transform pain into purpose through her art. Frank, in a rare moment of vulnerability, recounts the haunting memories from the battlefield that led him astray. Sophia's voice trembles as she admits her regrets have chipped away at her maternal instincts. Their raw exchange becomes a cathartic release, weaving together their shared experiences, fostering understanding, and lighting the way toward forgiveness. Together they learn that while regret is an inevitable part of life, it can also serve as a catalyst for healing and growth. Chapter 12. Future Aspirations Behind Bars. As the fluorescent lights flicker overhead, the inmates gather in the common area, a rare moment of shared hope amid the oppressive confines of Cell Block 7. Lila, clutching a worn sketchbook, passionately speaks of her dream to become a renowned artist. "I want my art to tell stories that inspire others," she shares, her eyes lighting up with the possibilities beyond prison walls. Frank, his voice steady yet reflective, reveals his desire to rebuild his family relationships, especially with his estranged daughter. "I want to show her that I'm more than my past," he says, embodying a fragile resilience. Sophia, tears glistening in her eyes, echoes this sentiment. "I dream of being with my kids again, to nurture and guide them away from the life I chose." In this moment, their aspirations create a tapestry of hope, illustrating that within confinement, dreams can still flourish, offering a path toward redemption and reintegration. Chapter 13. Finding Peace Amidst Chaos. In the dimly lit common area of Cell Block 7, Frank gathers the inmates for a calming session, inviting them to find solace within the storm of their surroundings. Emotional resilience, he begins, is not about avoiding chaos, but learning how to cultivate peace within it. He leads them through a series of mindful breathing exercises, encouraging everyone to focus on their breaths, each inhale a reminder of life, and each exhale a release of tension. Leela, sitting cross-legged, closes her eyes, envisioning her art studio, while Marcus reflects on the philosophical implications of acceptance. As they share their individual methods for finding tranquility, meditation, journaling, even sketching, an atmosphere of vulnerability envelops the room. They bond over their struggles, sharing the beauty of small victories. Through this collective pursuit, the inmates discover that amidst the chaos of prison life, moments of peace can be claimed, creating a sanctuary within their hearts.